Hi Gemini, welcome back to my channel. This is for those gems wanting to see how their special person might be feeling, whether you're dating, whether you're married, whether you're connected to, or however you're connected to this person. This is a general reading to potentially see how they might be feeling about you. This is for Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Let's have a look and see how your potential person might be feeling, what's going through their mind, their emotions. Okay, the Sun, Queen of Cups, and Page of Cups. Okay, the Sun card is really strong. Someone feels like something is in its early stages here, okay? Now, if things don't move too quickly, that's okay, because there's someone that wants to be a little bit patient. They're possibly displaying energies of fickleness, because the Page of Cups is a Pisces energy, and Pisces are known to be quite dual. But before I go into that, the Sun card is here, and this is really about illuminating things. Someone feels like you're really shining to them, okay? You're inspiring them, you warm them up, you make them feel all fuzzy inside, you make them feel like a child again. Now, whether this is a good thing or a bad thing, Gemini, it's hard to say. I don't think it's a bad thing. I think it's because we tend to be quite youthful, playful, mischievous, can be sarcastic, can be very engaging and witty. And of course, this can bring out a childlike innocence or a childlike energy with the person we're dealing with, because we just often have that effect on people as Geminis, okay? We're quite youthful as signs. So I feel like there's someone here that feels open, okay? There's someone here that is wanting openness. They might be wanting an open relationship with you. They might be wanting things to be very open, okay? So they might be feeling very open-minded. Now, for some of you, this can be that this person is feeling they want to be more open with you, perhaps want to be more affectionate with you, or they might want to learn more about you. The Child in the Sun card here can really display an energy of they want to experience a lot of firsts with you, okay? Experience and learning and curiosity is associated with the Child. The Sun card is associated with Aries, the Sun, and Aries is a pioneering, it's a trailblazing energy. So there is someone here that wants to experience a first with you. First time sex, first time kiss, first time going horse riding, first time doing some sort of activity or date, or a first kind of open relationship maybe. But there's someone here that's wanted to experience a lot of firsts with you, and I like the fact that they're open to this idea. I do want to say, as a bit of a disclaimer here, the Page of Cups could be indicating that something, if it's in its early stages, some sort of romance here, or if you have a child with this person, they could display fickleness, emotional fickleness, because that's what the Page of Cups can bring. And the children are all about being in the moment. So someone is going to be very captured in the moment by you. It might be something you say, it might be a memory that they'll hold on to, but there's something about being present, or they might mention that they feel very present in the moment when they're with you. So pay attention to that, because it might just come up. And I love that the Queen of Cups is here, because there's someone that's getting very attached to you, especially if it is early stages here, Gemini. If there is someone around you, they are getting attached, but they're going to be playing hot and cold. You know, I hate to say that, but I feel like this is what's happening for a lot of you. Underneath it all, I feel like there's an attachment here towards you, but it's either too early in your relationship, or there might be children can be associated with games and mischief. So they might be playing a bit of games, okay, mind games or emotional games, but underneath it all, I feel like they have a growing attachment to you. They could see you fall, they can see themselves falling in love with you. Or if you feel like you need to reignite that spark and bring that fire, that intimacy or passion back in your relationship, if you've been with this person for X amount of years, decades, etc., this is falling back in love. The Queen of Cups is very compassionate. She's very caring. There is someone who's starting to feel like they're caring about you a lot, but she holds the Holy Grail, and this is something of immense value. And what this, I think, what this means, or what this can be translated to, is that there's someone here that feels like they can see themselves falling in love with you. You know, you're the Holy Grail here, and this is all about emotions. And the Queen of Cups, she's the epitome of divine feminine, and divine feminine is a very deep bond, or a very deep connection. She's a very motherly figure, and motherly connections. This motherly energy is the bondship created between mother and child is absolutely amazing. It's very intense, and it brings a lot of love, acceptance and empathy. And I feel like this is the feelings that are being aroused in this person when they're with you. So they are getting attached, or they could see themselves falling for you in a very, very deep way here. The conundrum here, however, is the Page of Cups. With this card, it is a Pisces energy, and Pisces can be very emotionally sensitive, but when they're in love, they're in love. But I want to mention here, because of their sensitivity and their dual nature, sometimes they'll be a bit on the fence, or they'll be a bit back and forth. And you might see this sort of behavior from your person, or they might feel, you might see that because they feel like they're on the fence. They're not on the fence about you. It's more to do with their issues or insecurities or their emotions or whatever it is that they've been through with previous partners and relationships. But the Page of Cups can certainly bring about a fickle energy. It's also unrealistic fantasies. It's almost like this person feels you're too good to be true, or for some reason, it's a bit of a fantasy here with you, Gemini. I'm not sure why that's coming up, and it might not apply for all of you. But the fish emerging from the cup, because in this deck, the fish is communicating with the page, okay? And that doesn't seem very likely, because fish cannot communicate, well, at least not verbally, okay, to mankind. So it's unrealism, it's fantasy, it's make-believe. Someone could be like, could be thinking that they're in a bit of a make-believe story, or they're living out a fantasy with you, or they feel like they don't see it happening in the realistic sense. And maybe it's because they're fantasizing about you. Maybe they're dreaming about you. Pisces energy is deeply intuitive. It's all about premonitions and visions and intuitive energy. So there could be someone that's tapping into your frequency here, or connecting with you on that level. And this is a very supernatural energy. However, the fish emerging from the cup and communicating to the Page of Cups is really something very, very interesting here, okay? But there is someone here that does think you're too good to be true, because the fish is almost like the genie that pops out of the lamp, and it's like, your wish is my command, I'll make it happen. Nothing isn't too unrealistic, nothing is too fantasy-like. So there could be someone around you here that's feeling like you're fulfilling a lot of their wishes or needs, meeting a lot of their needs, whether they know they have these needs or not, needs, wants, desires. There's also someone that feels you're very accommodating, or you're very, very flexible, okay? And this is a good sense, because this person might want that adaptability. This might be something that they're really, really appreciating in you, is your ability to be adaptable, to be very light and breezy, not always bring the heaviness and things like that to a relationship connection, gems. So for the most part, it can be absolutely very positive, but there's also a lot of water here. So in particular, if you're dealing with an Aries or Pisces, this message might be heightened, or even if you're dealing with a water sign, a Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio. But the fact that water cards have come up around you indicate emotional attachment, or emotions that are becoming more heightened in this person, that are becoming more awakened, because they're going from the Page to the Queen, which is quite a quantum leap. And it's all about learning, it's all about experience, it's all about becoming more receptive, which this person will be to you. But there is someone definitely here feeling like they could fall for you. They could see themselves falling in love with you, and they might be fearful of that. Maybe that's the Page of Cups, maybe that's the dual energy coming in. And if they do showcase that energy, it's because they're fearful. They know how much you're going to come to mean to them, or mean to them already. I will leave it at that though, gems. I hope this reading has been helpful. If you have enjoyed it, please feel free to leave behind a like or a subscribe. That would be very, very much appreciated.